Handstand walk foundations. So the handstand walk is an advanced movement which seems impossible to many beginners. And sometimes it's hard to find a starting point that you can successfully execute to lay bricks in the foundations for working up to that advanced movement. One movement that we prescribe a lot at the Training Stimulus to beginners and advanced athletes alike is this box pike handstand with 3-way reaches. This can help people to unlock handstand walks, but also improve their efficiency or increase the distance that they can handstand walk by addressing a few of the key component parts in the handstand walk or anything inverted. So there's a few things through the hands. So you can be up on toes, close to vertical here to get a large amount of weight through the hands, but you can also go a little bit shallower, so hands further away, a more shallow gradient here, which means it's closer to a push-up position, but trying to stay vertically aligned from hand, shoulder to hip will reduce the amount of loading and stacking through this handstand position, but it's a nice easy way to build up to it. And equally, we can go onto knees instead of feet, so more of our lower body is supported and we're less far away from the box, which is another way to scale down the demands on the hands, wrists, shoulders. In terms of the 3-way reaches, let's have a look. So we start with forward back, so we're just stepping forwards and back, keeping one hand planted. Then we go out to the side. Just like our 3-way lunge matrix, we then go rotating out and around away from the static hand. So what are we doing that for? Why do we do that? Of benefits, but primarily the stimulus we're going for here is shoulder stability. You will develop strength, you will develop endurance in strength and stability, but a lot of people, when they're upside down, they're wobbling around all over the place because your hands are not as stable as your feet and your shoulders are not as strong as your hips. Makes sense. So by using this setup, we can essentially prepare for all the possibilities for how you might lose balance when you're inverted. We're going in all of the possible directions that these joints can go in a scaled back and safe environment. So we get exposure to the skills of correcting an off balance in all of these directions, which means when we go into our handstand walks, our body has developed the skill of balancing and staying inverted by doing this slightly easier version of the handstand walk. We can do progressions where we lift one leg off the box to get closer to the handstand walk position, even going slightly scorpion. I know some people like to do the handstand walks like that. All of that's possible. You just might need to use a higher box depending on your flexibility in the lower body. This type of exercise we can call a form of integrated isolation, where we are emphasizing the demand on the hands, wrists, and shoulders and taking away the demands from the lower body and the trunk so we can overload this area and get a strong training stimulus there. So if we've identified these areas as holding back somebody's handstand walk or holding back their handstand push-ups or any inverted movement, this could be just the ticket to either unlock the movement for their first handstand walk or to improve their efficiency and therefore unlock greater distances in, or potentially speed in their handstand walks if they've already got them. Give it a try. I was going to say it's harder than it looks, but I've made it look pretty hard there. But if you're not already doing this as a nice accessory to your handstand walks, I heavily recommend it.